I've been in the renovating game for 18 years. An investor for 15. I have done a total of 36 renovations. I take homes that look like this and turn them into this. Welcome to Catapulting Change. Yo, what's up? It's Kenneth Bryant with Catapulting Change. We're going to go ahead and jump into this. So, not going to waste too much time here, guys. When I do these, in most cases, I want them to be 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, and I'm out. So, tonight's topic is stop playing with your life. It's time to level up. It's 2021, guys. Look, 2020 is over. I really don't care what has happened back then, except for the great things that is allowing me to step into this new year prepared, more organized, and ready to execute even more. At the end of the day, guys, it all boils down to mindset. The biggest problem is a lot of people aren't mentally prepared for different situations or circumstances. They allow these barriers to restrict them from really leveling up. So, for example, I'm going to give you a great topic about this type of thing. So I was actually talking to my family about this, and one of the words that I do not like in my household is can't. There's no such thing as can't, guys. The reality of it is you have all the resources, tools, smartphones. I mean, this right here. I mean, come on, guys. That allows you to research all the information needed to do anything, whether you want to unclog a sink, start a new business, learn how to do webinars, learn how to become a better speaker, learn Spanish, etc. There's no excuses. So can't does not exist in my household. And I recommend that you guys moving forward into the future, instead of being so concerned about, bad words and stuff like that everybody thinks bad, like cuss words, ass and shit and all that. Focus on those words that are restricting people from doing things on a larger scale. Now, I don't condone cursing and stuff like that neither, but can't is a worse word to me. Another thing, guys, so a lot of people have goals, right? I hear people all the time say, I want to start a business, or I want to be the best football player, or I want to be a doctor. You got to eliminate these wants from your life. Eliminate these wants from your lives, because the thing is, it will never happen until it becomes a need. You need it now. You will not ever execute that goal. So guys, please get to the point where you fully believe in whatever it is you're doing. I'm going to tell you guys something. It does not matter if I decide today that I want to become a dentist or a lawyer or a football player or a boxer or a math teacher. I will do it once I make that decision. That's the difference. So I don't lack execution. My problem is I have to constantly push myself off of cliffs and build a parachute on the way down. I just always have to be in distress situations. It's something about me that it just gets me excited. It's a rush. It pushes me to become better. It pushes me to research more. It pushes me to educate myself more. It pushes me to make more money, etc. Whatever that push is for you, push you to become a better communicator, a better family person, whatever it is, you have got to get to the point where it becomes a need, not a want. Okay. For example, you could set a goal. I would rather hear it this way, instead of I want to start a business, I would love to hear I need my business running and operating by February 15th of 2021. Now, when you start to speak this way, I promise you, you will start to do things necessary to get yourself moving, to get your motor running so that you can go and execute and make these things happen, guys. You really got to focus on your mindset here in 2021. I don't care what else you do in 2021. I mean, I would love for you to do many things and accomplish many goals and become very successful. But if you don't do anything else in 2021, do self development. Work on you. Work on your mental self, work on your physical self, and focus on teaching and educating yourself, whatever it is that interests you. I promise you guys, no matter what you want to do, as long as you research and then take action, I assure you that you will be successful. But if you do not take the time to research, to execute, to create goals, to speak it into existence, it's never going to happen. You know, I look, this is where I'm at in my life, guys. I really don't care what's going on with the economy. I really don't care about holidays and all these different days. I mean, I celebrate them because it's something we all do, but I don't get stressed when these different days come because at the end of the day, I'm prepared for all of it. But also, I do what I do 365 days of the year. Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's Christmas. I'm grinding on Christmas. It doesn't matter if it's Thanksgiving. I'm grinding on Thanksgiving. Do I still have Thanksgiving turkey? Do I still spend time with the family? Yes, but I'm also grinding. You don't have to spend 24 hours grinding. You can grind for a solid 2, 3, 4, 5 hours per day working on yourself, your business, your family, your community, etc. You got to start to schedule and plan your days out so that you can do what you do more. One of the things that I'm working on in 2021 is systems, automation, and teaching and educating not just my teams that work in my businesses, but the community, because I feel like the more I teach and educate, the more I give back to the community, the more I will be able to grow and do things on a larger scale. So it's not just about me. It's a whole lot bigger than me. It's more bigger than my family. It's bigger than my family's family. It's bigger than the families after that. And it's going to continue to be bigger than that. It has to do with my community as well. I'm very, very passionate about teaching and educating. I'm telling you guys that each and every one of you guys are incredible. You all have superpowers. You are all capable of greatness. There is nothing in this world that can stop you, no matter what type of relationships you're dealing with right now, no matter what type of situations you're dealing with right now. Eliminate that stuff. You're either around the wrong people or you're putting yourself into situations you shouldn't. And I dealt with that a lot, coming up in the industry that I'm in, but also in my life. And I had to realize that, a few things. First of all, never take any advice from somebody that is not doing what it is you want to do. That's a big mistake. So you can't go and ask your mom, do you think opening a business and investing into real estate is a good idea? Because that's not the right person to ask if they're not in real estate. Now, if they're in real estate and they do it actively and they're doing it full time and they have a lot of success in it, then you could take some advice from a person like this. But too many times we take advice from folks that aren't qualified. So another thing, guys, is qualify your people around you. Make sure that they fit your needs. Make sure that they're of value. Make sure they're pushing you. Make sure they're elevating you to do things that you might not do on your own, which you have to do it on your own. But with people around you, this will allow you to reach higher goals and get to the next level. It's not a one person show. You have to build teams in life. If you don't build teams or communities or make a difference or become a value or a service, then you're really probably just sitting on the couch every day. You have to become of value. You have got to take massive action. You have got to invest in yourself first and foremost, get that mind right. I just firmly believe that once that mind is right and once you get your body right, there's nothing that can stop you. What can stop you then? If you disciplined yourself enough mentally and physically, What can stop you from walking out that door? What can stop you from executing that goal? What can stop you from climbing that ladder? What can stop you from jumping out of that airplane? Nothing. The only thing that stops people's guys is fear. Fear stops people. One of the reasons why you see across my screen right now, if you pay attention to my screen, look right here. Okay, right here. Life is great. Don't be scared. I'm going to tell you guys how that birthed. So, I was going through a very, very tough time in my life when I actually lost everything years and years ago. And I was actually considering not living on this earth anymore. And I was going skydiving and I actually decided to live. But when I landed back on the ground, that was the greatest experience ever. I got the greatest rush of my life, but most importantly, it put life back into me. I had never jumped out of a plane and I had never used a parachute, none of that kind of stuff. And I wasn't even intending to continue to do that. It's something I like to do now. I don't do it often, but it's something I've done. It's something I like to do. I just like to put myself into distress situations. But the guy asked me when I landed on the ground, what did I think about that experience? And I said, oh my gosh, it was so great. I was so blown away. And I was on my way driving home. And I was in such a negative place in my life that I wasn't thinking positively like I am now. So all of a sudden, a light bulb went off, and I said, "Life is great." Well, it's actually life is good. Don't be scared. So those of you that have been following me for years, I used to say life is good. Don't be scared. But I transitioned that because words are powerful from life is good to life is great. Don't be scared. So anytime I get into a situation or a circumstance where I feel uncomfortable or I lack the belief or I'm not sure I should move forward with what it is I'm doing, I say to myself, life is great. Don't be scared. And I also use this in all my videos after I make it because I want to install this into the people that fear is what's holding you back. You know, I'm going to use a skydiving, for example. There's a lot of people told me, oh, Ken, you're crazy. Why would you jump out of a perfectly good airplane? I'll tell you why. Because I don't think about the negatives. I don't think about if my leg is going to get broke, if my parachute's not going to work, if I'm not going to like it, am I going to pee my pants? Am I going to hate it? I don't think about none of that stuff. The only thing I think about is the task and the time at hand, you know, focusing on capturing that moment, enjoying it to the fullest. Even if things go wrong, it doesn't matter. There's a solution to everything. So what's the solution to skydiving if the parachute doesn't work? Well, you have a reserve. When you skydive, for those of you that are familiar with skydive, you pull your chute on, you know, one side and you release it, and then you also have a reserve on the other side. So, anyways, if that chute fails, you have a reserve. Now, if the reserve fails also, then you know you're out of luck. That's it. It's time to go. But I'm willing to accept failure every time I step into anything, regardless if it's starting a business, if it's snowboarding, if it's skydiving, if it's learning Spanish. Like right now, I'm learning Spanish very, very good. And at the rate that I'm going, I believe I'm going to be speaking it fluently probably within the next 3 to 6 months. 6 months, period. That's my deadline. I need to be speaking Spanish fluently in the next 6 months, and I will. I'm surrounded with a lot of great Spanish people, workers, friends, etc. And I'm also have a couple business partners that are Spanish, so they're holding me accountable. They're pushing me. They're teaching me. They're educating me, and most importantly, I'm committed to learning it. So it's just what it is, man. You have to get to the point where, first of all, you believe in what you're doing no matter what. And secondly, eliminate that fear, the fear of failure, the fear of not liking something, who experience it and then start to criticize it. The problem is most people start to criticize something before they even experienced it, or they criticize it based off what they heard from somebody else or on the media or on the news. One of the things I don't do, guys, is I don't watch the news. I don't watch media. If I'm scrolling through and I see somebody that I know that is motivational, that I look up to, that inspires me, then I capture that. For the most part, I'm grinding every day. I'm building my empire. I'm creating my story, and I'm just branding myself, etc. And this is what everybody can do. I want to inspire you guys to become entrepreneurs, but you have to get away from that consumer mindset. You have to get away from the mindset of, you can't do it. You have to get away from those people that tell you that you can't do it, and start surrounding yourself with those people that tell you you can. For example, like myself, I'm telling you right now that you can, you will, and you must. There's no such thing as can't. Come on, guys. Stop playing with your life. Let's level up. Let's make it happen. 2021 is here. Take it. Take it and make it happen. No excuses. You have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I may not respond right away, guys, but trust me, I will get to you. I don't leave no man or woman behind. Okay? No boy, no girl, nobody gets left behind. I promise you, if you are taking the time to reach out to me, I will get back to you. So, no excuses this year. Hold yourself accountable. Read. I'll give you guys a couple great tips right now and some homework. Research, like look up motivational speakers, research motivational quotes, research inspirational quotes, research successful people, research great ebooks, research positive items that you can put into your mind, into your brain, that will allow you to start thinking differently. It's very, very important, guys. I'm constantly reading, I'm constantly educating myself, I'm constantly surrounding myself with those that build me up. And I just absolutely love the space that I'm in right now. Like, I absolutely feel like there is nothing that can bring me down. There's nothing that can make me feel different about myself. There's nothing that can stop me. And that's another reason why I choose to give out free content and information as well, because it doesn't matter how much I teach people, no one will ever take anything away from me. I have the skills, resources, and education. And most importantly, I've executed all these things. So nobody can take my construction skills away from me. Nobody can take my real estate skills away from me. Nobody can take my mindset away from me. Don't work in a space of scarcity. Even when I was coming up in the construction trade, guys, there's a lot of people, skilled craftsmen, that don't want to teach you anything because of fear. They're afraid that if you learn something better than them, or you become better at it than them, then you're going to take their job. And in some cases, that's true. In my career of construction, before I owned my own company and my own business, I went through many companies because that's how I learned so many different things. And either became foreman or a crew leader, but I also replaced people's jobs because I always worked. I ran laps around people, man. Like, when the average person is doing the average things, I was doubling, tripling that, because I constantly think about better ways of doing it systematically. I plan, and then most importantly, I execute and I practice that. And that's what it is, guys. No matter what you want to do, no matter what you want to become, you have got to practice it. You got to execute. You can read all the books you want, you can watch all the videos you want, etc. And I'm telling you right now, guys, until you start doing it, the magic's not going to happen. Now, realize when you do it, you're going to have some wins, you're going to have some losses. That's okay. You have to celebrate both your wins and your losses. Now, with your wins, same concept. Celebrate it. Think about what you could have done better so you can win even more. Same thing with your losses. Celebrate it. Talk about the losses, but figure out a plan that will allow you to win even more, and realizing that you're not going to win all the time. If you're winning 80% of the time and losing 20% of the time, that's okay. Now, when you start winning 70% of the time and losing 30% of the time, that's average. We want to be above average, but realize you're not going to be perfect. You might win 100% for a month, but you might go to the second month and you might win 70%. It's what your average ends up being. But as long as you're winning 80% or more, guys, it's okay. But realize you're going to lose. And that's okay also. Just don't allow yourself to remain a loser. Also, another thing I want to talk about before I get off of here, because I'm getting ready to run. I'm going to be having dinner with my family, and then we're going to enjoy the rest of the evening. But one of the things I want to talk about before we get off here is, take the time each and every Sunday and plan out your day. Plan out your weeks. Take the Sunday and plan out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, even Sunday. Every day of the week should be planned. Log it into your calendar, create to-do lists, and then most importantly, execute that each day. You may fall short on this list, but I guarantee when you start to structure your life this way, when you start to become disciplined to put it on paper, to hold yourself accountable. If you don't want to use paper, I get it, guys. I don't really like paper too much anymore neither, but we have like this MacBook that I'm on right now. You can jump on the MacBook, you can pull up your notes, and you can create your notes there. It's okay. Put your notes in your MacBook, create those to-do lists, execute it, and check it off on your list each and every day. And go back and review it at the end of the week. Have a meeting with yourself, talk about, what you could do better to be more efficient and effective moving through the week. You have to spend that time with yourself to figure out what you could do better, but also spend time with your team. I also preach it to my team. For me, it's all about making progress. Nobody's perfect, but are we making progress every week? So every week I'm celebrating my wins, I'm celebrating my losses, but we're also talking about those wins and those losses. And for example, to celebrate, we go out and we get some food. We talk about the projects, how the week went, and then we plan for the upcoming week as well so that we can come and execute on Monday ready to go. And that's important to me is, building teams, collaborating, communicating, and creating systems and tools that will allow you to do what you do on a larger scale. So anyways, guys, if you like this video, if you feel like I gave you some powerful information, please like this, share this, comment on it, reach out to me. If you don't want to do any of those things, you guys know that you have access to me as well. Just send me a message. What you talked about was great. This will allow me to know rather what I'm doing is making an impact or not on the community. Again, my goal is to teach and educate 1,000 entrepreneurs this year. In order for me to do that, I have got to get on here, make this happen. So I will be making a live every day of the year. Each live will be different. It may be times when I'm on a project, walking a renovation. It might be a time where I'm talking about a particular topic. It might be a time where I decide that I'm just randomly going to go live and start to speak about something. But at least once a day, you will hear from me. And I promise you, every time you hear from me, I will inspire you to go out and make it happen. So guys, no excuses. 2021 is here. You are powerful. You are beautiful. You are handsome. You are creative. You are incredible. Go out there and make it happen. Until next time, remember, life is great. Don't be scared. Have a great week, everyone. Make it happen.